Hi Kim, so I have a couple things I want to go through with you today about your website, and then I found one competitor in Portland that I want to show you, as well as two in different states, just so you can get an idea of what I like about their sites and kind of how that's going to compare to yours. So like Darren was saying the other day, it's really awesome that you have the site linking through Berkshire, because that's going to give you a lot of power. So you're already getting all this power right here from Berkshire, which is awesome. And so that makes ranking your site a little bit easier. You're not getting any keywords, and this is coming from content mostly. And so going back to your site, if we scroll through it, you'll notice you really don't have a lot of words. So adding more content sections, you can add more content to this or add sections throughout your page. That's what's really going to help. Adding more content here, we can widen this box more as well, up and down, as well as left to right. We can put other things on here. We can go through and do the research on like how you should write your content and what words you should include in your content. That way you can rank for them, because there are certain keywords that are going to have volume to them, as well as a difficulty to rank them. And so we want to find ones with a lot of volume that aren't as difficult to rank. And so maybe adding a couple sections below this, depending on what that research brings, will be a good asset. And so I'm going to show you a competitor or a comparison site in Denver. So this one's actually Denver, Colorado. I like the way the site's laid out, as well as your site. You'll see it's just really clean. It does have more content, though. It still has kind of different tiles that you can click on to get to the back pages. One thing your site is missing is a form submit, and that's something you're really going to want to do, is this form submit. And it doesn't have to be this format. This format's great to do on your page for trying to get home sales, because we can do a different form for every page. And so if you're trying to target sellers, they can put in this information, put in their address, any comments they have about the property, and then you can email them back a CMA. And so that's what's great about this, is that just they can do it straight from your site, and then you can send out the email. They do have content the way that they've posted these videos, which is great too. And then down here is really where all their content is. And you see the way that these words are bolded? That helps for keywords to be picked up through like back-end searches and whatnot. And so they're ranking for homes for sale in Denver, real estate Denver, realtor Denver, all these they're ranking for, which helps them to get more traffic to their site. And so that would be one thing when we did add your content, is bolding the keywords that we choose. You want about 150 words for every keyword that you target. You want 10 to 15 per page. Another thing that we can do too is when you save the pictures on here, we can go back in and change this. Right now they just have it set up as a number. That's not doing you any good. Sorry, the dogs are playing. So this isn't doing you any good, but if we change this to a keyword, like we'll have to do research, but I'm sure there's one for like Hillsborough Realtors or Hillsborough Real Estate Broker, something like that, whatever that keyword is for all these pictures, that counts as well. So that'll give you a lot more traffic and words on your page as well. And so that's one thing that's going to be super handy to do. Going back, this is another one in New Mexico that I liked the way their layout was done as well. This is a way that you can put a plugin on the site so they can look and search for homes in the area, and so we can play around with that as well. And then again, just all this content. They didn't go through and bold the content, so that's doing them a disservice. But that would help. And then adding your phone number too to your site, you want to put it at the top definitely, and then even throughout if you can. But to have it just bookmarked at the top, we can add that to your oh, you have it right here. Perfect. So that's good that they did that here, I think. Or oh no, that's your real estate agent number. So if we add your phone number to your heading right here to your top of your page, that way people can see it. That'll do you a lot of good, because having that multiple times on your site is going to be the best way that people will be like, I need to call this person. This site looks really good. I see a lot of good content in here, stuff like that. And that way it's easier for them to find you. You want it to be as easy as possible for them to find you. another version of our form submit that we can do, and we can do the same one on every page. We can do different ones, any combination. And so that's what this is. And so this, they'll fill this form out and it'll go directly to your email. And then that way you can get that back to people, whatever they're requesting in here, whether they're buying a home or selling a home or just want to know about the market or whatever it is. That way they can get in contact with you. And then this is the one that I really liked in the Hillsborough area. They are a team with Keller Williams, the Saddle team. And the reason I liked their site is because, like you, they're Keller Williams versus Berkshire, but it's a team within a bigger company like that. So kind of mirroring what they did with it is definitely a good thing to see. I do like that they've got a lot of Portland or a lot of Oregon images on here, which is really cool too. And we can talk about that with your site when it comes time for that. But yeah, the way that it's laid out and another version of that form submit, this one's super simple and they don't have a lot that they have to fill out, just the basic stuff, and then they can type in a message and you can get back to them that way as well. Pricing strategies, they do, we can put, stats on the market, the different neighborhoods, stuff like that. But just the way the site's laid out is, I thought, super cool. A good one for you to be able to see that competition in the area. And again, another form submit, having 2 on a homepage is definitely not bad. It definitely adds a lot of value. This footer at the bottom, yours doesn't have that, and so adding this will help too, to have especially your address, phone number, email at the bottom, your logo, quick links throughout your website. You can link to your back pages. Another thing you were talking about is targeting different neighborhoods inside like the Hillsborough area, Beaverton, like Oswego, Portland, kind of that market. So we can come in here to community and we can add more pages. That way you can get more of those specific neighborhoods, especially if you know that you want like that new Lennar neighborhood they're building, all those new homes, and they're calling it South Hillsborough right now off TV Highway. Across from that Fred Meyer, we can target that one in here and like really niche down and find those specific ones, and that'll help as well. Even like outside of Hillsborough, whatever markets you want to target, we could pick a couple and build those pages out. We can always add later too if you were interested. But it's really cool. I've been flipping through your site to see like all these extra things that they have on here for you that's already built out. And so that's really going to make it a lot easier and functional for your site, which is cool. And then if we can add your picture too to the site so people can see you and see that real person and connect with, maybe even do a couple, I think that'll help with rankings as well. And we can add content in here too as well and kind of optimize this a little bit better and do like I was saying with the bolding and stuff. And oh, there's a header down here, which is perfect. I think that's most of the nuggets I wanted to talk about for that. We will be getting more of that Facebook training in the next couple weeks, and we can talk about that when we get that. We've done like the mailings that we were talking about, the little postcards we did for our pie shop that we used to own. If you're interested, we can help set some of those up for you as well. And I think that was most of the things I wanted to touch about. So some of the things that I was talking about today it wouldn't be like a rebuild on your website, but that's what we would call it. We would obviously be keeping it the same, but just adding to it is kind of a better way of putting it. Just optimizing it and making it look a little bit fresher and cleaner. And then we can also talk about SEO if you're interested in ranking it, and that's search engine optimization. So that's just what's going to pull it towards the front of Google instead of the back pages. And then I think that's it. I'm just trying to make sure I hit everything. Any other things I should talk about, Darren?
Not really.
All right. I think that's it. If we think of anything else, I will let you know. We'll be in Salem on Sunday, and you have my number too if you want to text or call anytime. We can discuss things as well.